Hey guys, it's me here again. It's Thursday morning. We're going to talk a little bit about what I was talking to you with yesterday, and I gave Christina the camera to use for her Zoom classes, and so I'm trying to figure out how to use my phone on this again. We talked yesterday about while we're in exile, the ability to build work capacity and power. The first thing we have, we're going to look at this little sheet here. First formula is force equals mass times acceleration. That's simply strength, your ability to accelerate an object. The next one is work. It's force times distance. In other words, applying force over, if you think about doing reps, all right? Anything over one rep is strength endurance. Now, the more reps you do, you're getting into different fuel systems, and really your endurance is just broken down into fuel systems. Your shortest period of time is going to be your ATP fuel system. Your intermediate period of time is going to be your anaerobic fuel system. And your extended periods of time is going to be your aerobic fuel system. And endurance is literally just that. How efficient your body is in a certain fuel system. And more than anything, it's your body's ability to get rid of the waste produced by burning that fuel. The more efficient it is at getting rid of the waste, literally, the better your endurance is. So if we're going to perform work, all right, we're just going to be doing more of what we're doing. So if you're doing squats and you want to build up your work capacity on squats, you're going to do a movement similar to a squat, or you may do a squat for super high reps, depending on what kind of endurance you're looking for, depending on what kind of work capacity you're looking for. And we need to vary that. We don't want to just stick with one. Even marathon runners cycle their training. In the gym, we cycle our training. We have a max day and we have a dynamic effort day, and they're always changing. They're never the same. So we want to constantly change that. But to build up your work capacity, you have to do something for a period of time or distance, okay? Now, if you look at our power formula there, our power is work divided by time. So it's literally how fast can you perform that work. So let's say you wanted to be able to do, and I got a kid at Fox, he does 1,000 push-ups a day. He does 100 push-ups every 10 minutes. Which one of you badasses is going to be able to do that first? Let me know. So he does that in an hour. It takes him an hour to do 1,000 push-ups. So to increase his power output, if it took him, let's say, 3 minutes to do 100 push-ups, to increase his power output, he would literally do those same 100 push-ups in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. In 2 minutes, 45 seconds, he increased it even more. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, he increased his power output. Why? Because he's doing the same work in a shorter period of time. Therefore, he is creating more power, becoming more powerful. Explosiveness, as in jumping, that's another equation of power there. So how long or how much time can you spend in the air in a jump? Literally, it's not so much how high. We got to quit thinking about weight training as a heavy day or a light day, but as different velocities, because strength is measured in velocities. An isometric contraction is a very zero velocity, literally, right? There's no velocity to it. And then you go to like a vertical jump where there's a lot of velocity to it. And then you have everything in between there. So to be an all-around athlete, healthy individual, you want to be able to train in all those velocities. Even as a power lifter, a Highland gamer, strongman, it doesn't matter what you're competing in. Try to keep that light out of your eyes. You need to train in all those velocities. So, I have no idea where I was going with that. So when you're doing your squats or your lunges or your push-ups, there are times where you're going to want to do them explosively. You want to push off the floor as fast and as hard as you can, literally to the point that either your hands or your feet leave the ground. for a period of time, which could be measured in height, right? Or it could be measured in time. Our dynamic day is actually a replication of the time spent in a max effort lift. And we don't go into that very much, but that's exactly what we're going into. So in your Exile workouts, by doing more reps, more sets, more volume, more sets and reps, you're building up your work capacity. By doing all those in a shorter period of time, you're increasing your power output. The faster you do the movement, the more explosive it is. Now, we want to do those on multi-joint movements. We do not want to do those on isolation exercises. Like, there's absolutely no sense in doing a lateral raise as explosively as you can unless you want to blow your shoulders out, or a bicep curl for that matter. For the rows that we're doing, mostly not. Pendlay rows would be, because you're explosively pulling that bar off the floor. If you have any questions about that, talk to me before you do that. But squats, lunges, push-ups, all those three can be done as fast as you can, as explosive as you can, to build that power output. Listen, when we get out of this and you go back into the gym, you want to be doing good. You don't want to lose everything during this time. So I'm telling you how not to lose everything, okay? Tightness, you're going to lose. There's no way around it. Until you're putting heavy weight on your shoulders again, your central nervous system gets used to that, you're going to be losing your tightness. There's no other way to maintain that. But you don't have to lose everything. In fact, you can increase your explosiveness. You can increase your power output. You can increase your work capacity. There's no reason not to do that during this time. And that's what I'm getting at. Don't just go through the motions. Oh, I did the workout. Well, you kind of half-assed the workout, right? I mean, you know you are. I don't need to tell you that. Everybody thinks this is one big vacation, and it's hard to get down there and do stuff. I do it in the middle of the day, so I'm ready to, watch the girls and guys with Christina at nighttime, and going down there and get myself into a workout when I got, I'm studying for this test that I got going on. I got to get up and go down that. But that's every day of my life. I mean, I've always had to do that. I've always had to make time for it, and you do too. And once you make time for that, commit yourself to it. Don't just go in there and go through the motions. Oh, I made it through another workout. Well, are you getting better at it? Is it getting easier? What's going on? This is a conversation we have at gym all the time. Our slogan above the door is, today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can do what others can't. Are you? Or are you just barely getting by? Because if you're just barely getting by, yeah, I mean, you can watch some other videos on TV or on the computer or something, and you can stay there because you don't ever need me again if that's your mentality. Because that is not the mentality of the members of Mixed Gym. All right, we're monsters. We do today what others won't. So tomorrow we can do what others can't. No matter where we're at, what we're doing, what time of our life it is, or anything else. And we support each other in that. We encourage each other to do that. And that's why I'm on here today. It's not just give you some physics conversation, but to encourage you to do better, to get better, to grow, to be a better athlete, or whatever you're planning on doing. Don't let this time get away from you. You can never replace this time right now, today, for the rest of your life. And if you half-ass it today, or you do some crappy workout, then that's what you're going to have tomorrow and the next day. And 3 months from now, when you try to get in some kind of competition or something, or you want to look good for the beach or whatever it is, and here we are. And you have nothing to do but go look in the mirror. All right? So I'm encouraging you today, increase your work capacity. And in increasing your work capacity, increase your power output. Increase your explosiveness to the best of your ability as you are able. Injuries and everything given. If you need help, I'm always here. Talk to me, reach out. Let's get this taken care of. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow.